Hello students and welcome to English class. We'll continue with the play The Merchant of Venice, Act 1, Scene 3. In the previous class, we have learned about how Shylock was trying to prove to Antonio and Bassanio that charging interest is not a sin. He proves it by citing the example of how Laban had earned profit. How Jacob had made profit by working under Laban. So let's continue with the remaining part. So in the previous class, we have learned how God had blessed Jacob to make profit by grazing the sheep. Condition imposed by Laban when Jacob started working under his field or while he started grazing the sheep of Laban was that once the sheep give birth to young ones, all the spotted and the streaked one will be Jacob's. And according to Shylock, it was because of the blessing of God, Laban's majority of the sheep turned striped and streaked, and as a result, Jacob was able to make more profit. So what Shylock meant is that thrift or profit, it is a blessing given by God. And if you are not stealing it, if you are getting it through some other means by your work, then it is not a crime. It is not a sin. Thrift is blessing. Similarly, money lending. If I am making profit through a business and when I am not stealing it from the purse of anyone else, since I didn't steal it, since I am making it through a business, since the profit is made through business, money lending or charging interest is also not a crime. That is how Shylock proves that charging interest is not a crime. Now let's see what Antonio says about it. This was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for, a thing not in his power to bring to pass, but swayed and fashioned by the hand of Evan. So hearing this great proof produced by Shylock, Antonio's asking to Shylock or Antonio's telling to Shylock, this was a venture, sir. This was a venture. Venture means a business or an enterprise. This was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for, that Jacob worked for. It was for this business that Jacob worked. It was under this condition Jacob started working under Laban, a thing not in his power. And if Jacob has made profit from that business, that is when he started his work itself, condition was fixed that all the spotted and the striped sheep or the young lambs will become his. So Antonio is telling that was a condition under which Jacob worked under Laban. And it was not at all in his power. You can write the meaning, a thing not in his power to bring to pass. That is, it was not at all under his power or under his control to happen. What has happened for Jacob? If Jacob has made profit with many spotted and streaked lambs, it was not at all under the control of Jacob to make it happen. But it was swayed and fashioned by the hand of Evan. On the other hand, it was swayed. Swayed means controlled. Fashioned meaning designed by the hand of Evan. It was all under the control of God. Was this inserted to make interest good? Then Shylock is asking, so have you set all these story about Jacob and Laban now to prove that charging interest is good? Sorry, it was not asked by Shylock, it was asked by Antonio. Antonio is asking to Shylock. Okay, if Jacob has made profit, if Jacob has become rich, it was because of the power of God. Isn't it? So, Antonio is asking, how can you connect this story in order to prove that charging interest is not a sin? Or is your gold and silver ewes and rams? Or do you mean that just like Jacob made profit through the young ones of sheep or through the ewes and rams, through the young ones of sheep, Or is your gold and silver? You can write the meaning. Do you consider that your gold and silver, do you consider that your gold and silver is capable of producing, reproducing, is capable of reproducing or multiplying, just like sheep multiplies by reproducing young ones. That is, what Jacob has made is because of the blessing given by God, no doubt. But what you are making, but the profit you are making is not because of the blessing of God. You're charging it from people. And what Antonio means is that we can call it as a blessing of God if your gold and silver, which is stored in your box, gets multiplied because of blessing given by God. That is, today you are keeping 2 gold, and by tomorrow, because of blessing of God or because of the power of God, it's getting doubled. By next day, it becomes 4. And if 4 coins are given, are kept there, it becomes 8 next day. Then it is not charging interest, it is multiplying over there. Or it is the gold coins get multiplied there, right? And then we can say that it is the blessing of God. But unless and until you are charging interest from people, we cannot call it as blessing of God. Got the point? So hearing this, let's see what Shylock says. I cannot tell. So Shylock is telling, no, I cannot say so. My gold and silver is not getting multiplied from my box itself. I make it read fast. But what I am doing is, I make my money get multiplied fast. It is not getting multiplied by itself. But with the help of my business or because of my power, I make it get multiplied by investing my money for money lending business. But note me, Signor, meaning, but note me, master, or note me, sir, but listen to me, sir. Now we have Antonio's dialogue. Mark you this, Bassanio, the devil can cite scripture for his purpose. An evil soul producing holy witness is like a villain with a smiling cheek. So, hearing the comment of Shylock, Shylock is telling, no, my money is not getting multiplied by itself. But with my power, I make it get multiplied very soon. So, hearing this, Antonio is telling, mark you this, Bassanio. Mark you this, Bassanio means listen to this, Bassanio. So, he is telling one universal truth there now. Devil can cite scripture for his purpose. Usually, all the devils, all the bad people will cite scripture, will use the quotes of the scripture. Scripture means holy book. Will use the saying of their holy books for his purpose, meaning in order to justify his purpose. So, who is the devil mentioned by Antonio here? No doubt it is Shylock. So, Antonio is telling, usually devilish people like Shylock will use the quotes of their scripture, of their religious book, in such a manner in order to serve their purpose, in order to prove that they are right. An evil soul producing holy witness. So we need to be careful of such people. An evil soul, that is, people like Shylock, devilish people like Shylock, who use the religious scripture in order to justify their action. They are called as evil soul, producing holy witness. So such people who produce holy witness, who justifies their action by using the quotes of the religious book. They can be compared with whom? Is like a villain with a smiling cheek. They can be compared with a villain. They can be compared with, villain means bad people, with smiling cheek. That is just like some politicians. Inside they will be very bad, but always they have got a very smiling countenance outside or a smiling face outside, which make the people trust them. Understood? So, a bad person using the religious book in order to serve us, in order to justify his evil purpose is compared with a villain with a smiling cheek. One more comparison is made. Next comparison is that a person who uses the codes of religious book in order to justify his evil action is again compared with a goodly apple rotten at art. He is just like a good apple, a good looking apple, but which is rotten inside. Outside, apple looks very fresh, but inside it's all rotten. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood had. So, finally, Shylock Antonio is telling, this is the way of world. Usually, all falsehood, all bad people have got a very attractive external appearance. What a goodly outside. What an attractive external appearance. Falsehood has. Bad people has got. What an attractive external appearance does a bad person or a false person has got. So finally, hearing this, Shylock coming back to business. Shylock, 3,000 ducats, 'tis a good round sum. 3 months from 12. Then let me see the rate. So Shylock is changing the topic now. So Shylock is telling, so you have come here to get 3,000 ducats from me. 'Tis a good round sum. 'Tis a good round sum means it is quite a big sum. It is a big sum. 3 months from 12 then. So he's telling, and also you need it for 3 months from 12. Maybe that's date or month. So you need it for 3 months from a particular date onwards. Let me see the rate. Let me check the rate. Let me check what should be the rate then. Understood till there? So next is Antonio's dialogue. Antonio is asking, well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you? So Antonio is asking, well, Shylock, are you willing to lend us money? Shall we be getting that 3,000 ducats from you? Shylock, sit near Antonio. Many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my usances. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is a badge of all our tribe. You call me Miss Williver, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine for all use of what which is mine own. So this is one of the important dialogue of Shylock. Sit near Antonio many a time and off. Mr. Antonio, many a time and off, meaning very often. Very often. Many a time and off in the Rialto you have rated me. Quite often you have rated me, you have abused me, you have criticized me in front of everyone at Rialto. You remember which is Rialto, Venetian Stock Exchange, where big or the rich businessmen used to meet. And why used to criticize or scold or abuse in Shylock in front of everyone else? By criticizing about his monies and my usances. You used to abuse me in front of anyone talking about my money and my usance. Usance means interest which he has collected through the money lending business. That is, Antonio used to make fun of Shylock or used to mock Shylock in front of everyone, saying that his money which he has made is all from the interest. Still, have I borne it with a patient shrug. So when you used to insult me in front of everyone, still have I borne. I used to bear it with a patient shrug. Patient shrug means simply by bowing my shoulders. I don't retort back. I bear all your comments patiently with a shrug. Shrug means by bowing one's shoulder without saying anything. 4. Sufferance is a badge of all a tribe. You know why I used to behave so? It is because sufferance. Sufferance means patience. Patience is the badge, is a symbol of all our tribe, is a symbol of the Jewish tribe. I just bore everything patiently. Whenever you made fun of me, I didn't say anything back to you. It was because patience is a symbol of Jewish tribe. So, let's see how Antonio used to address Shylock in front of everyone. You call me Miss Williver. That is, Antonio used to call him as Miss Williver. Miss Williver means a non-believer. Antonio is a Christian. and Christians has got more power at Venice during those days. So he used to call him as misbeliever, as a non-believer, because he's a Jew. Shylock is a Jew, no? So Antonio used to call him as misbeliever. Then second way of addressing this Shylock was calling him as a cutthroat dog. Cutthroat dog. Cutthroat dog means a very merciless person. What Antonio calls him is right because he is a money lender who charges high rate of interest and who doesn't show any sympathy to the customers. But even then, is it right to call a person as cutthroat dog in front of everyone? Even if I am so, I cannot bear it, right? So that is how Antonio used to address Shylock. But this play is written by Shakespeare, who supports Christians. So, in the eyes of Christian, how the Christian is addressing a Jew, especially a person like Shylock, is a fair one. It is not a wrong thing. Understood? If Hitler is writing a storybook, for Hitler, war is not at all bad, or killing Jews is not a crime, isn't it? So whoever is writing, based on their mindset, the story develop. So for Shakespeare, similarly for Shakespeare, calling a bad person like Shylock, who was a Jew, as a cutthroat dog is not a sin. It is based on the mindset of writer. We give character to the, we give personal touch to the characters. Understood? So, what are the actions committed by Antonio towards Shylock at Rialto? Rialto is a Venetian stock exchange where the business people used to meet. And over there, Antonio used to call him as, he used to make fun of his money and his usances. He used to mock about his money and usances. Then he used to call him as misbeliever. Antonio used to call Shylock as misbeliever. Then another way of addressing is as a cutthroat dog, a merciless person. And even he used to spit upon my Jewish Kebadine. And even you used to come and spit on mine. You used to spit your saliva on my Jewish Kebadine, on my long loose outer garment. Jewish Kebadine means the costume of Jews. It is a long loose outer garment. Okay. And all for use of that which is mine own. And why you used to call me as cutthroat dog? Why you used to call me as a misbeliever? And why you used to make fun of me? It's all because of that. It is all because of that money, of the interest which is mine own, which is made by me but through mine own business. All this is because of I collecting interest or I keeping interest money with me. Well then, it now appears you need my help. Now look at the situation. Now the situation is that now it appears that you need my help. Now you have come to me asking for money. You need my help. Go to them. You come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. Now you have come to me telling me or asking me, Shylock, we want to have some money from you. You say so. You're asking me so. He's making fun of Antonio now. You used to call me as cutthroat dog. You used to call me as a merciless person. You used to call me as misbeliever. And you used to make fun of my interests. Now you have come to a person like me and asking me whether you can lend me some money. You that it void your room upon my beard. So he's telling what are the bad actions that Antonio used to do upon Shylock. Antonio you used to void your room upon my beard, meaning you used to spit upon my beard or on my face, and foot me as you spurn a stranger cur. And sometimes even you used to foot me. Foot me means you used to kick me. Just like you may kick a stranger cur. Cur means dog. Just like you kick a stray dog. So what are the bad actions? What are the actions that Antonio used to do on Shylock? He used to spit on him. He used to kick him just like we kick a dog over your threshold, just like a dog which you find near your threshold, near your house, near the doorway of your house. So just tell me, what are the actions that Antonio, what are the bad actions that Antonio used to do on Shylock? First of all, Antonio used to make fun of Shylock in front of everyone at Rialto. Antonio used to call him as Miss Williver, as a cutthroat dog. He used to spit on his Jewish gabardine, spit only on his Jewish dress, but also on his beard. He used to kick him just like we kick a stray dog finding near the doorways. So to such a person like me, now you have come asking for money. Money is your suit. Now your request is whether I can lend you some money. What should I say to you? So Shylock is asking to a man like you who used to spit on me, who used to kick me. What should I say to you? Should I not say, hath a dog money? Is there anything wrong if I ask you, I am a dog. You used to kick me like a dog. You used to call me as a cutthroat dog. So how can a dog give you money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? So let me ask you, Shylock, I am a stray dog for you. How is it possible for a stray dog to lend you 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low and in a bondsman key with bated breath and whispering throat, with a whispering humbleness say this, fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day, another day you call me dog. And for these courtesies, I lend you thus much money. So Shylock is properly utilizing the opportunity there. So he's telling, shall I bend low and in a bondsman key? Shall I bend low? So he's asking, I'm a cur, how can I lend you money? Or shall I bend low? Or should I bend low before you? Should I bow before you and in a bondsman key? And in a bondsman key means in the tone of a slave. In the tone of a slave, in the voice of a slave. Usually when the slave is speaking to master, he will speak in a very low voice. Right? So, just like a slave, should I bend low before you? And with much fear, with bated breath, that is with much fear. I'm whispering. Whispering means in a low voice. In a low voice. So, shall I bend low and in a bondsman key? So, Shylock is asking. So, you used to, you were very bad to me. So, being a Jew, being a Jew being a person belonging to the tribe which used to bear everything patiently. Shall I bend low before you like a slave and with much fear shall I say this particular statement to you now? Let's see what he is going to say. Fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day another time. You call me dog. And for these courtesy, I lend you thus much monies. So Shylock is telling, anyhow, I am a Jew. I belong to a tribe which used to bear all your actions in a very patient manner. So let me say this particular dialogue to you now. Fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. Fair sir, dear Antonio, you have spit on my face last Wednesday. Not only that, you spurned me such a day, you have also kicked me one day. Another time you called me dog, and another time and in another occasion you have called me as a dog. For these courtesies, for all these good behaviors of yours, I lend you thus much money. Definitely, I lend you money, sir. He's making or he is properly utilizing the opportunity to make fun of Antonio here. So, Antonio used to treat this Jews, especially Shylock, in a very harsh manner. Now, Antonio is in need of money and is forced to get money from Shylock. So, when he reaches Shylock's office, this is how Shylock treats Antonio. He's telling to Antonio, you have been very rude and very harsh to me. So, for all those good courtesies that you have shown to me till now, definitely I lend you money. That is a very good retort or a very good reply given by Shylock. Clear? So we'll wind up our class here. Remaining, we'll continue in the next class. So till we meet again, goodbye.